Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's time for the weekend roundup, coming a bit later than it usually does this week because I'm a busy man. What can I say? But let's go into the weekend's games, my team of the week, and across Europe and how that's going over there across a little bit of the English channel. But going on to the first game in the Premier League this weekend, which was City and Palace, and I thought I was in for a hate watch and a half. 2-0 Palace. Palace went 2-0 up. Richards and Eze getting the goals. Was it Sarr? I can't remember what round it was. But Richards got a really nice. Got Edison. I don't know what Edison was doing from it, but yeah. Eze got the third goal. Ever so slightly offside. Made offside zone. Big fan. It's working in the Premier League, and it's saving a bit of time, and it's making me less tired of football. But then De Bruyne was like, "Well, hold on. I'm leaving the Premier League. I need to leave with my head held high. Not like Gerrard, where he left on a 6-1 battering by Stoke. De Bruyne wants to leave on a high, and my God, is he dragging himself towards that. What a performance. What performance De Bruyne put on. Kovacic put on a good performance as well. McAtee getting a goal as well, pulling out a backflip. What do you mean he's pulling out a backflip? And City getting back to the full strength squad where they're having players back in the team, and they're looking scary again. Everyone's been like, oh, City are off now, yeah, Guardiola's got one more year, and City looking scary again. And De Bruyne is, giving one last hurrah to the Premier League, and he's doing it well. Arsenal and Brentford played each other, and Arsenal still chasing on the title. They're off the bounce that Real Madrid game, seeing anyone to go, and they drop points. Of course they drop points. Why wouldn't they drop points? They just want Liverpool to win the league. It's gonna be a really depressing year for me. Look, Arsenal played well. Not well enough. Obviously, Vista getting a really nice scooping goal. Rice making a nice run. Rice's boosted confidence right now. He's loving life. If you can take that into his England games another year in the World Cup, and I will happily take that. I mean, Rice is a good footballer anyway. But like a long striding run gets there, and then right at the end, Saka had a really good chance, and he just took too long on it. And it whisked away, and Arsenal don't win the game. Arsenal can't chase it down anymore, and there's only 2 more games until Liverpool do win the league, and they're against Leicester and Spurs. Yeah, that's done. Brighton and Leicester though. Leicester, maybe making a bit of a late escape again. So they can win the league next year because they're drawing 2-2 with Brighton. They actually should have probably won the game as well. I think even though Brighton had better chances, Brighton put pressure on better. Brighton 2 goals with penalties, and the penalties that could have been avoided from Leicester's point of view. But Leicester still played well, attacking-wise, finally ending that goal drought that they've been on. But Adingra was running the show. Adingra was having a great day out, putting the pressure on. Forest and Everton, another team that might be bottling their way out of the Champions League places, is Forest, because losing 1-0 to Everton is not a vibe. Right at the end of the game as well, it was 0-0. Forest have a corner right at the end of the game. It looks like, maybe they can make that last push, and then boom, out goes the ball. And then the counter-attack starts. Murillo loses the ball, loses his feet, loses his confidence. I don't know what's happened, but then a very lucky ball gets put through, and it goes into Decore, and Decore takes that in his stride and puts it in the back of the net to take a 1-0 win home for Everton. Southampton and Villa, despite Ramsdale trying his best, making 2 massive penalties against Asensio, which I find it weird Asensio was taking the penalties. Watkins is there, Rodgers is there, even McGinn, the captain, I thought, might have a better chance than Asensio. I know Asensio's been in good form right now, but yeah, missing both penalties, having them both saved. So if anyone had them in his fantasy football, I do apologise, because he got negative. But Watkins, man, came off the bench and he inspired a win. He won the first penalty didn't go in. Scored the first goal, and then it flowed from there, man. They got the confidence in Villa when, this is what they do, be scoring goals, and they're going to be doing it against PSG this week as well. We'll wait and see on that one. Liverpool and West Ham, as I said, Liverpool now on 2 wins away after their win against West Ham, and it could have not been a win. West Ham could have got a result. I think West Ham played well enough to get a result. Obviously, West Ham's only goal coming from Andy Robertson, an own goal. But Salah doing what Salah does, linking with Diaz getting a goal, and Van Dijk doing what he does when it gets to the tough part of the season, saving points, just doing it at the other end this time. Rather than protecting the goal, he put one in the back of the net, and he wins it for Liverpool. 2 games, and I will have a very sad episode of this. Chelsea and Ipswich though. Chelsea dropping more points, and Enzo Maresca came out for the game saying it was because of the atmosphere. His fans didn't create the right atmosphere for his team to win, and I'm like, brother, maybe your team's just crap. You got Jadon Sancho scored, but you still got Jadon Sancho. Nelson Mandela, the freedom fighter over there, getting goals, and Ciso running the show for Ipswich, and there's so much he can do, really. I can't believe I've not seen too much of him in an Ipswich shirt, because he's a baller, and he can get these points on the board for Ipswich. And I think I've always said it, next season Ipswich are coming right back up. They've got a great team on their hands. Wolves and Spurs, a team that might be going down next year to keep the way they go, because getting beat 4-2 by Wolves have been poor all season, but still getting a massive result against Spurs like that is insane. And Cunha ending it with his little air being like, yeah, I can hear you, after that post that he put on the other day. Sticky one, but Spurs were just all over the place. Spurs were all over the place all day long, and you can't say much about it. And then United, another team that was all over the place, because we played Newcastle, and you know what, in the first half, 1-1, Garnacho having a really nice taken goal, obviously a stopping mistake at the back for Tonali's goal, but then Bayinde had a brain transplant with Onana or something, and absolutely fell apart in the second half, and destroyed us, 4-1. Harvey Barnes had a great day out. And that goes into my team of the week, because we got team of the week going Pickford clean sheet, big win. Milenkovic, I thought he had a really good game against Everton. I know they conceded right at the end, but Milenkovic wasn't a part of that fault, and he tried running back. Van Dijk got a massive goal for Liverpool. Livramento just, having a great game against United, and Aiton Nori having a great game against Spurs. And midfield, three made up of Tonali, Kovacic and De Bruyne. I don't think you can argue with that. Two massive results this weekend, massive results. And Ciso getting a massive result for Ipswich. Watkins getting a huge result for Villa there, and punishing Southampton more for just being around. And then Barnes with his 2 goals against United. It's sad to say, has to go in there. Onto the Championship, Leeds beating Preston 2-1, finally ending their bad up and down run. But then Sheffield United going on a bad up and down run because they're getting beat by Plymouth. Burnley taking away though with their 2-1 win against Norwich, still top of the table. Swansea beating Sunderland 1-0, which is a surprise to me, and then Millwall beating Middlesbrough 1-0, another surprise to me. But the push for the playoffs is still going on, and we'll see where it goes. In La Liga, Deportivo get beat by Real Madrid 1-0, Villarreal beat Real Betis 2-1, and then Barca beat Leganés 1-0, keeping things pretty steady. Obviously, Athletic Madrid play tonight, so we'll see how that goes. Bayern drawn with Dortmund, opening the door for Leverkusen. Leverkusen went, no, shut the door, we don't want it, because they're doing 0-0 with Union Berlin at home. The result should be doing better in. But Leipzig beat Wolfsburg 3-2, and I'm sorry I'm rushing this video, it's because I am absolutely dead inside right now. Ligue 1, no PSG play this week because PSG wanted a break so they can focus on the Champions League. And you know what, Ligue 1 were like, yes, because they kind of need it. They kind of need PSG to win the Champions League to get a bit more money in them. Monaco beating Marseille 3-0. Saint Etienne drawing with Brest 3-all, which is a good result for Saint Etienne, bad result for Brest. And Rennes beating Le Havre 5-1. They're winning their game as well. And then on to the favourite league for me to talk about is Serie A. Atalanta beating Bologna 2-0. Como beating Torino 1-0. Inter beating Cagliari 3-1. And then Juve beating Lecce 2-1. Our results, AC also won 4-0 against Udinese. And it's starting to mellow out at the top now. It's starting to mellow out. Obviously, Napoli and Inter are still ones going for it. Atalanta have fell right off now. It is just down to that Inter-Napoli race, and it's going to be 3 points between them once Napoli play tonight, probably. But that's going to be the end of the video. It's been a quick one. It has been a very quick one from what I usually do. If you like, see more, subscribe, see more on the channel every single day. Thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully I do catch you next time. Cheers!